The systems of the Colossus are still in need of repair, but thankfully Kaz and Neeku discover Nina, a Nikto engineer who is also in need of some assistance after barely escaping a First Order attack, or so she claims. I'm John Berry, and welcome to my review of the 5th episode of the 2nd season of Star Wars Resistance, The Engineer. Before we get into the review proper, there will be spoilers for the episode, and also I encourage you to like the video if you find yourself enjoying it, or dislike it if you find yourself not enjoying my review. And also, if you want to, feel free to check out my Twitter or my Facebook, links are in the description for that. The same thing goes for my Discord server, my website, and my Patreon account, where you can financially support this channel and get extra goodies such as cut content and bloopers when they're available and other stuff. Go check that out if you're interested. Now, let's actually get into the review proper, shall we? So, as I've said, and I should, alluded to, Nina is not exactly what she appears to be. Yes, she's a Nikto engineer, but she is not really in need of assistance. And she did not really barely escape a First Order attack. The First Order hired her to track the Colossus and sabotage its systems, which she does, and the First Order arrives. And then, of course, the only person on the station who really actually is suspicious of Nina is Sonara, and she helps Kaz uncover their truth. And of course, Nina, she does a lot to actually help the Colossus with morale of the residents, because, she actually ends up repairing a lot of these systems that for entertainment and good stuff. I forget the character's name, but the one who had in the first season that cleaning sweeper type device, Nina unlocks the closet that the First Order had locked it in, so he gets it back so he can now clean the Colossus without needing to use a bucket and a brush. So there's that. And other things too, the holographic game systems in Auntie's bar are repaired. And a bunch of other, actually, some decently good stuff. But at the same time, what she does is she sabotages the thrusters, the weapons, shields, like basically all the defensive and anything that can help them either escape the First Order or fend off the First Order has been sabotaged in some way. Thankfully, Kaz and Neeku, mostly at Neeku's direction, are able to successfully undo her sabotages and escape, and the Colossus is able to escape the First Order. And also, during the events of the episode, the main part of the episode, Nina and Nikto actually become somewhat fond of each other. And at the end, we can tell that Nina, she does have a little regret at putting Neeku in that kind of situation where he was placed in harm's way, because she even offers to, during her escape, for Neeku to come with her, though he rejects to stay on the Colossus with his other friends. And the fact that the Colossus does need him to help repair those systems. So a lot is actually going on in this episode, and also, because of Nina's sabotages and all that, there's a big power drain on the station, and she frames the pirates for it. And then, of course, Sonara is able to show Kaz the truth about this, but as Kaz is running around helping Neeku undo all the sabotage that's been occurred, Kaz basically needs to apologize to the pirates for blaming them for the power drain. And of course the pirates do complain a little bit about they're hardly getting enough as is, or any power as is. But still, that does allude to there's still going to be a lot more conflict between the pirates and the residents of the Colossus as a whole, and be interesting to see where that comes. What comes of that, I should say, because that's probably still going to be a major part of the season. And with the pirates, I can see there's going to be two things I think are critical. The pirates will need to make a decision as a whole about where do they stand in all this. And two, Sonara's going to have to make a decision, I would think, at some point between the Colossus and the pirates. that's going to happen at some point. Probably the same episode. But I've kind of had that suspicion since the end of the last season, so it's not really new. It's just something I'm reiterating. And I should say, we do get a little bit of the First Order too, so we get a little bit back, a little taste of them. They're no longer back on thing. Now we got a much larger reminder that yes, the First Order is still a threat and is still out there tracking the Colossus, or attempting to at the very least. Now I wish we had gotten a little bit more of the First Order. For me, I think that would have made the episode, as I felt like this wasn't the best episode, and wasn't necessarily the worst anyhow. I feel like more about the First Order would have really helped in making this episode just a much stronger episode as a whole. And of course, we didn't really get anything with Tam. Actually, we got nothing with Tam. And I wish we kind of did, like, maybe Kaz or Neeku make a comment that they wish Tam was there to help them fix the station. Maybe, or have Agent Tierney or Captain Pryor also make a comment about Tam in some regard, like, how she's fitting in. Maybe, just an offhand comment by Captain Pryor that he still thinks that Tam needs to be conditioned, but Agent Tierney tells him no, we need to wait a little longer or something like that. I just kind of wish something like that to remind us about Tam and that she's not there. And I felt like that would have really helped made the episode as a whole. But overall, not a bad episode at all. Just a few little weaknesses in the episode in regards to they could have put in one or two lines about Tam, and I think that really would have helped the episode as a whole. But those are just my thoughts. What are yours? I would love to hear them down in the comment section. And that's actually all I have for you today. So thank you for watching this video. Feel free to check out the video or the playlist on screen now, as well as subscribing to my channel and ringing the bell for future Star Wars related content and more. And as always, have a good day, a good night, wherever you are. May the Force be with you, always.